2010. I am joined by Rob from Dark Energy, here to talk about Hydrophobia. Hi, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, nice to meet you.
Yeah, so could you tell us a little bit about the game and like a quick overview of it?
Yeah, okay. There's two key pieces of technology in the game. Firstly, our engine uses procedural technology, and that means that the file size is massively reduced. And as such, we can deliver what is a full-scale, full-scope action-adventure on XBLA, which is why we partnered with Microsoft, and we're kind of raising the bar, expanding the spectrum of XBLA as the flagship title of the new Game Feast promotion. The second piece of key technology is Hydro Engine, which is the world's first true fluid dynamics engine. And what that means is water actually moves around the environment. It's a real physics simulation. It crashes from one area to another, carries objects with it. We've got flow combat, flow puzzles. It's a completely dynamic, emergent gameplay as well, so it never repeats. So you get really kind of dynamic battles. You get oil fires floating on the water, electrocuting people, drowning people. So it's a really new, different kind of gameplay.
Yeah, obviously important when a lot of the game is actually kind of submerged underwater. Could you give us an overview of what the game is about?
Story-wise, we wanted to create what we call a tangible near-future world. So we didn't want to go into a kind of fantasy setting. We wanted something connected with contemporary politics, contemporary technology. So we looked at trends today. For example, the United Nations is currently projecting that there's going to be over 9 billion people in the middle of the century and not enough resources to feed that population. And so in that scenario, you get two political factions that exist today that rise up. You've got Malthusianism. They follow Thomas Malthus, who wrote in 1798 that the population will always grow beyond the food supply level, and therefore you need to control it. Cornucopians, on the other hand, believe that human ingenuity and technology and science can always evolve and adapt. And so in the mid-21st century, the wealthy elite live in exile on this huge city-sized ship called the Queen of the World. And the five founding fathers are five cornucopian corporations that set this up. One of them is called Nanocell, and they're using nanotechnology, again, near-future technology, to purify water at the molecular level so that they can make the deserts bloom, feed the world population, everyone's happy. And the game kicks off on the 10th anniversary of the sailing of the Queen of the World. The entire world's media is looking at this party of the century, waiting for Nanocell to make this breakthrough announcement. And that's when the neo-Malthusian fanatical terrorists attack the ship and take over. And our main character, Kate Wilson, who's a systems engineer on board, is caught up in the chaos and has to escape and has to survive.
How does gameplay work?
Gameplay-wise, we've got a lot of different gameplay mechanics in there. We've got a character that evolves. We wanted a heroine, a female lead, who's not sort of an arse-kicking, back-flipping, beautiful but deadly character, but she's a reluctant hero. She's flawed and nuanced, and she grows and evolves. So to start off with, it's about survival. So the water comes crashing in, it's her biggest threat. You've got to swim, you've got to escape, you've got a lot of climbing and puzzles in there, using the water to put out fires. And then as the gameplay evolves and she learns that she has to fight back to survive, you get a weapon and you start to engage in, like I said, what we call flow combat. So you shoot oil barrels, they blow up, rip a hole in the wall, the water flows through, carries the oil fire into your enemies, and you can combo together that with electricity and drowning and all sorts of cool ammunition, and you get a score multiplier for that. And then as the game moves on, we've got underwater combat as well. So if you choose how much water to let into the environment. So if you shoot out all the windows and flood the room by choice, then you switch seamlessly to underwater combat, which is kind of like bullet time beneath the waves. And then ultimately, when you complete the game, you then also get an unlockable challenge room, like a horde mode, which flashes forward to powers that Kate has later in the trilogy, where she controls the water itself, like a souped-up Moses kind of person. So she lifts characters up in columns of water and throws them around us. So there's a load of different things in there.
Very cool. So when is the game coming out and on what platform?
It's launching on XBLA on the 29th of September. It's the first game in the Game Feast promotion, and it's 1,200 points.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.